In this video, we're going to talk about the doorway air barrier. The heat injector can be positioned in the heated environment. In that situation, uses the air shell. But in this one, if there is more than one door, we suggest that you would actually put it in an outside doorway. So that's the focus of this video. So what we have here is we have a component part that we use for the doorway air barrier. So what we're going to do is we're going to shove it from one side of the machine to the other side right in front of this tire. Okay, and then this piece is going to come up through the top. On this side, we're going to grab this bungee. And basically, it's just a really long bungee. And we're going to put it up through these eyelets here to kind of hold the position on it. I'll pull it all the way through this one over here. And then, just like your other ones, you actually pull it through here and make it pretty good and tight. Okay. And then to hook these, you could hook it on both sides. You'll see that it hooks on this side and it hooks on that side. This bungee is basically the same one as you would use for the connectors, the same as those on the fabric cinches. So after we kind of get that on there, basically what this is for is to hold these side wings on. Now you can do this kind of in preparation before you actually put it in the doorway, and for this video we're kind of showing it so you can see it easy. You can still do it when it's in the doorway, but it's a little bit easier if you take just a second and do some of this prep work before. So this little notch here is to allow that hole and the wire to come through there. And then now we'll do the same thing on the other side. And again, this notch goes to the bottom. And the longest piece of this material goes towards the control panel side of the door, which is going to be on the outside. So now we're just going to push it all the way through there and let this hold that against the heat injector. Okay. Now we're going to be ready to pull it out the doorway. So what we'll do is we'll open the door and we're going to pull it out the door. In this video we don't have this door on it, but you would typically have this door on it, and when you pull it into the doorway, it would, you just pull it till the tires don't go anymore, so that these tires kind of like just sit right up against that door frame. Okay. Now, once you do that, you have something that you can put in here to expand those. These foam things work pretty well. And basically what this does, this kind of pushes the wings out against the door so that it stays tight in the doorway. When we go inside, we'll close off the top. This bottom piece is something that we're going to want to stick down here at the bottom. It goes right in between the wheels. Then just kind of push it in there, and that will kind of fill that all in there so that heat doesn't come out through the inside. Now we'll go on the inside, finish hooking up the top. Now on the inside, we'll want to use these poles, and basically for these poles, you'll see that you can actually, there's directions on here. When you twist it to the right, that makes it twist this way and it locks it. So when you tighten it, it makes it go in. Twist it to the counterclockwise, it stops it. On the other end, on one of the ends, the smallest end, there's a little foot that you can actually unscrew. So basically I'm going to screw them pretty much in, so when I put it in there, I'm going to use that for final adjustment. Now I have this much room and I'm going to close it off, so at about here and about here we're going to create these poles. When we put these poles in here, we're going to use Reflectix to close this off. If you wanted to use the other kind of stuff, you could put this pole clear up at the top, and then you could put like a packing blanket over here and close it off like that. Everybody has their own preference. We're going to say that you can use a Reflectix, and right now we're going to pull it to the width of the door, then we'll turn it counterclockwise, the small one counterclockwise, and then now we'll tighten this up and it'll hold that into the door frame. Again, we'll do it the other one. We're going to kind of split this up so that we kind of have three pieces. I'm going to pull this across through here, turn it counterclockwise on the small side to hold it, and then tighten it in. Now, what this will do is this will kind of create a backstop for a piece of Reflectix that will pretty much close off this top part of the door. So now we're going to kind of stick it in there. We've actually kind of notched this side for the hinges. So now we'll kind of put this through here, and then it'll go like this, and that will close off the top. When the heat goes to push against this thing, it would actually just push tight against those poles. This is the establishment of the doorway air barrier. You can come up with perfections on this, but this is something that works well, looks nice from the outside, and pretty much fits any door up to 36 inches wide.